Welcome to Daily Overdose.
The power of trying again. After failure is something we all experience at some point in life. It's not just a possibility, it's inevitable. Whether we're pursuing a career, chasing personal dreams, or simply trying to improve ourselves, we all face moments when things don't go as planned. But what truly defines us is not how many times we fail, but how we choose to respond. Failure can be a heavy word, especially when you've put your heart, soul, and energy into something, only to see it slip away. It can feel like a personal defeat, a blow to your confidence, and even a reason to quit. But here's the truth. Failure is not the end. It's never the end. Failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success. It's a temporary setback, a lesson in disguise. What matters is not the failure itself, but the courage to try again. We've all heard the saying, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. And that's because the true measure of success is not in never failing, but in continuing to rise every time you do. When life knocks you down, don't stay on the ground. Get back up, try again, and keep trying, because with each attempt, you get closer to your goal. Redefining failure, a lesson, not a defeat one. Of the most important lessons we can learn from failure is that it is not a reflection of our worth or our abilities. Failure is an event, not an identity. Just because you failed at something doesn't mean you are a failure. It simply means you've learned something valuable. Every time you fail, you gain insights into what works and what doesn't. You discover new ways to approach problems and new paths to take. Failure teaches resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving, skills that are essential for long-term success. Take a moment to think about some of the most successful people in history. People like Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, or J.K. Rowling, whose Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by multiple publishers before becoming a global phenomenon. These people didn't give up after facing rejection or failure. They tried again and again and again until they succeeded. Their stories are a testament to the fact that failure is not the end of the road, but a part of the journey. The power of perseverance. Keep moving forward. Perseverance is the key to success. It's the decision to keep going, even when the road is tough, even when you feel like giving up. It's about understanding that the setbacks you face today are not permanent, and that with each failure, you're getting stronger and closer to your goal. When you fail, it's easy to get discouraged and think that success is just not meant for you. It's easy to look at others who seem to be succeeding effortlessly and feel like you're falling behind. But let me remind you of something important. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey made up of small steps, failures, and lessons learned along the way. The people you admire didn't become who they are because they never failed. They became who they are because they failed and tried again. Don't let a single setback define your entire journey. Instead, see each failure as an opportunity to grow, adapt, and improve. The most successful people are not those who avoided failure. They are the ones who embraced it, learned from it, and kept going. In every failure, there's a lesson that prepares you for the next step forward. Embracing a growth mindset, one of the most empowering ways to look at failure, is through the lens of a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset understand that their abilities are not fixed, and that they can improve and evolve through effort, learning, and persistence. They don't see failure as a sign that they're not good enough. They see it as part of the process of getting better. When you adopt a growth mindset, you begin to view challenges and setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. You start to realize that failure is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone. Instead of fearing failure, you welcome it as an essential part of your journey. So the next time you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do differently? Next time? How can I grow from this experience? This mindset will shift your focus from the pain of failure to the power of possibility. Turning failure into motivation, fuel for your dreams. Sometimes, failure is the very thing that lights the fire to keep you going. When we fail, it's easy to feel defeated. But if you can shift your perspective, failure can become your greatest motivator. It can push you to work harder, think smarter, and get back on track with renewed energy and focus. When you're passionate about something, failure isn't a reason to quit. It's a reason to try harder. Failure is a signal that you're challenging yourself, that you're pushing the limits of what you can do. It's a sign that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and growing. Self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. After a failure, it's easy to be hard on yourself, to dwell on your mistakes and weaknesses. But it's important to remember that you are only human. Failure doesn't make you weak or inadequate. It makes you brave. The courage to try again after falling is a reflection of your strength and resilience. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for failing. Celebrate the fact that you had the courage to try in the first place. Treat yourself with the same compassion and encouragement that you would offer to a friend who's struggling. Understand that setbacks are part of life, and they don't define you. What defines you is how you respond, how you keep going, and how you use your experiences to grow. When you practice self-compassion, you give yourself the emotional space to learn from failure and move forward with renewed strength and clarity. Be gentle with yourself as you learn, grow, and try again. This mindset will help you stay positive and motivated in the face of adversity. The role of patience in trying. Again, one of the most important things to remember in life is that not everything happens overnight. Success takes time, and you may not see immediate results after trying again. But that doesn't mean your efforts are in vain. Every time you try again, you are getting closer to your goal, even if it doesn't feel like it. Patience is essential on this journey. You need to trust the process and allow yourself time to learn, adapt, and grow. Rushing the process will only create frustration and burnout. Sometimes the best thing you can do is take a step back, reflect, and keep going with steady, consistent effort. Trust that the time and effort you put into trying again will eventually pay off. It's like planting a seed. You don't expect it to grow into a tree overnight. You water it, care for it, and wait patiently for it to flourish. Your efforts, no matter how small, are like the water and sunlight for your dreams. They will grow with time, as long as you keep nurturing them and believing in their potential. The motivation to keep going. What is it that drives us to try again after failure? What keeps us going even when we feel like giving up? The answer lies in motivation. Motivation comes from your deeper why, your reason for pursuing your goals in the first place. When you have a strong sense of purpose, failure becomes easier to overcome. Your why reminds you why it's worth it to try again. Whether it's your passion, your dreams, your family, or your desire to prove something to yourself, your motivation is what pushes you to keep going no matter the obstacles. So, if you're feeling defeated after a failure, take a moment to reconnect with your purpose. Remember why you started this journey in the first place. Your motivation will help you find the strength to get back up and keep pushing forward no matter how many times you fall. Turning setbacks into opportunities for growth. When life hands you setbacks, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. You may even begin to question your abilities or wonder if you're on the right path. But setbacks, at their core, are opportunities in disguise. They give you a chance to evaluate your approach, adjust your strategy, and try again with new knowledge and wisdom. The key is to embrace these moments not as roadblocks, but as part of the process of growth. It's in the moments of struggle that we discover new strengths. Each time you fail, you learn something valuable. You learn what works, what doesn't, and where you need to put in more effort. Failure gives you clarity about what's really important to you and shows you the areas in which you need to improve. This knowledge becomes the fuel that powers you forward, helping you get one step closer to success. When you fail, instead of retreating or succumbing to fear, step forward with the mindset of a student. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? This mindset will help you develop resilience and turn every failure into a stepping stone toward achieving your goals. The courage to try again. Sometimes, the hardest part about failure is not the actual event itself, but the courage required to try again. Failure can shake your confidence and make you question if you're capable of success. But let me tell you this: the only way to truly fail is to quit trying. The courage to try again, to pick yourself up after a fall, is where true strength lies. Think about all the times you've succeeded in your life, whether big or small. Each success didn't happen by accident. It happened because you didn't give up. You had the courage to keep going when things were tough. That courage is within you right now. Even when the odds seem stacked against you, remember that trying again is an act of bravery. It shows that you believe in yourself, that you have faith in your abilities, and that you're committed to your goals. Every time you try again, you build your character, your strength, and your ability to face challenges head on. So don't let fear of failure stop you. Let it be the fuel that propels you to keep moving forward, to keep trying, to keep believing in your dreams. The importance of persistence. Never let go of your dreams. Persistence is one of the most important qualities you can cultivate in life. Success rarely comes easily, and it often takes time, effort, and repeated attempts to achieve it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often not talent, but the willingness to persist. Think about how many successful people have had to endure failure after failure before they achieved their goals. Persistence is what kept them going. When you face difficulties or rejection, it's easy to lose sight of your dreams. It's easy to think that maybe your dreams aren't meant to be, but I urge you to hold on to them. If you truly believe in your dreams, never let them go. Even if the road gets tough, even if the path is unclear, and even if you face setbacks. The path to your dreams is not a straight line. It's full of unexpected twists, turns, and challenges. But persistence is the bridge that gets you through those difficult moments. Every time you face a setback, remember that it's just a detour.
Thank you for watching our videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss another video.